I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin has joined, right? I had invited him. Kevin, you are there?
Yes,
Okay, तुम्हारा थोड़ा नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम लग. Oh, okay, no worries. So we had solved till question number uh, three, biggest of the three numbers, right? What if you have to arrange in ascending order? अच्छा चलो ascending order से पहले we will see question number 9. Very simple question.
8,
Right?
sir.
8, sir.
8 you try. I'll give you a hint. एक मैं hint दे दूंगा. Write a program to enter three sides of a triangle and check whether the triangle is valid or not.
The
Okay.
sum of the angles should be 180.
Enter three sides of a triangle.
Sum of the two sides should be greater than the third side.
Third side.
Correct. Correct. That you have to use. But any combination should be greater than the third. Any two combination. So what? How will you will frame the condition in the if or if header? Let's say three sides are S1, S2 and S3. Question number 8 को मैं बनाऊंगा नहीं. I'll just give you a layout. This is class 27, I guess.
Sir, we can use if elif also, no, sir?
Yeah, that we are going to use. But how?
Sir, if A is greater than B plus C, it is a triangle. Sorry, if B plus C is greater than A, it is a triangle. Then if A plus C is greater than B, it is a triangle. If A plus B is greater than C, it is a
You
triangle.
are somewhat you are correct. Let us see. We'll try to uh, solve it. No, roughly मैं rough idea दे दूंगा. What will be the condition? Let's say three sides are S1, S2 and S3 you have taken as three sides. And then you will write if S1 is greater than, no, S2 is greater than S3. Okay. And okay, S2 plus S3 is greater than S1 and S1 plus S3 is greater than S2. Then print valid triangle, else print invalid triangle. चलो ये तो क्वेश्चन ही सॉल्व हो गया. These two three you will take as inputs. S1 is equals to input, S2 is equals to int, ऐसे करके ले आना. Invalid triangle. Now tell me, do you have any doubt? Okay, Ullas, no problem. Here, see, you don't have to check only one combination. At the same time, all should apply. Okay, so first condition also should apply, second condition should also apply, and third condition should also apply. Okay, so anyone with doubt here? किसी को कोई doubt है? Yeah. बता सकते हो मुझे? पृथ्वीराज, तेजस, उल्लास, पूजा and others. फिर से देख लो वो solution. I'll just put it up here. This is for checking the validity of a triangle. Okay, whether the triangle is valid or not, given the three sides of the triangle. So we are checking any two sides should not be sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. Okay, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. तो बहुत सिंपल प्रोग्राम था. जस्ट मेक श्योर ऑफ वन थिंग. व्हाट पीपल कैन वी यूज पाइथागोरस थ्योरम? पाइथागोरस थ्योरम में क्या लगाओगे? हैव आई सेड कि इट इज अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल? पाइथागोरस तो जब लगाओगे पृथ्वीराज, व्हेन यू विल बी यूजिंग राइट. आई हैव नेवर सेड कि द ट्रायंगल कैन ओनली बी राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल. So in general, Pythagoras theorem you cannot use here because Pythagoras theorem is only applicable for right angle triangle. Yeah.
Sir, what was the question asked, sir?
The question was, given the three sides of the triangle, how will you verify the triangle is valid or not? Okay, if the user has given you the length of three sides or the measurement of three sides of the triangle, how will you verify the triangle is valid or not? तो वैलिड ट्रायंगल का क्या होता है? एट द सेम टाइम सम ऑफ एनी टू साइड विल बी ग्रेटर देन द थर्ड साइड. ठीक है. नाउ आई विल टेल यू व्हाट मिस्टेक्स स्टूडेंट्स मेक इन द एग्जाम. ठीक है. हियर इन प्लेस ऑफ एंड और मत कर देना. आई विल गिव यू अ रीजन. एग्जाम्पल ले लो. Let's say if you are giving side 1 as 5, side 2 as let's say 3 और समथिंग, कुछ ऐसा कॉम्बिनेशन लेंगे जिसमें ये केस फेल कर जाएगा. लेट मी चेक.
7, 5 and 2.
7, 5 and 2. अच्छा, देखते हैं. Is saying 7, 5 and 2. Yeah, that is correct. ठीक है. Why this is not a valid triangle?
Because the sum is equal to the third side. And
Yeah,
it is
first to sum is equals to.
Sum is equal to 2 sides.
हाँ देखो
third.
यहाँ पे S1 प्लस S2 क्या होगा? नहीं एक मिनट देखने दो. सॉरी, S2 प्लस S3 क्या होगा? विल बी 7. ओके, एंड S1 इज 7. तो इज S2 plus S3 greater than S1? No, it is equal to. So this is not a valid triangle. So make sure you give all the conditions. ठीक है. All the conditions should hold at the same time, not any one of those or any two of those. So don't write or, always write and. Is there a program to enter units? Ankit, no. There is, you don't have the option to enter units. Only in print statement you can print this many centimeters, you can print in as string at the end. You cannot use except input as something like units or we don't have such data types. Okay. Right. So make sure this and you this or you don't write. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. And is correct in both the cases. Right. So this is your rough area. Clear? Now we'll move to next question. Question number 9. Write a program to input marks in 5 subjects of a candidate and print his or her percentage and grade. ठीक है. तो let's say enter marks in 5 subjects. Let's say 5 को 3 subjects कर देते हैं. ठीक है. That can be English, English का marks we will accept from the user, float, input, whatever. English, maths, and any one more subject, let's say physics. And we are assuming here, okay, what we are assuming max marks in each subject to be 80. Okay. How will you find the percentage? Percentage कैसे find करेंगे हम लोग?
Sum of the all the
Marks by 80 into 100. Marks of one subject divided by the total subject into 100.
Okay. So marks of all the subjects. So first what we can do is, yeah, first we will find total marks obtained, or you can write marks obtained. So what is total marks obtained? English plus maths plus physics. Okay. What will be the percentage?
Divide by the total maximum
MO,
marks.
MO by
240.
80 into 3
240.
whole multiplied by
100.
100. Is it correct? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to, so you have got the percentage. Okay. Here the question is saying ki marks out of 5 subjects. I have just reduced it to 3 subjects. Okay. So you can try for 5 subjects, no worries. So I'm showing here for 3 subjects. Now, so you have to input marks in 5 subjects of a candidate and print his or her percent. So you have got the percentage now. Based on the percent, you have to print the grade. That means if percent is 80 and above, okay, then you will print 8. If percentage is 60 and between 60 and 80, you will print grade D. Similarly, if the percentage is between 40 and 60, you will print grade C, and below 40, you will print grade D. How we are going to solve it? So we have got if else you are going to use, if we are going to use, or if else we are going to use.
If else.
Okay. Ullas is asking, sir, how do we make the maximum marks as 80? You will, in the input ke prompt mein, in the prompt of input while asking, you can leave a message. Please enter a marks out of 80. Now the thing is correct. The user should cooperate here. But considering abhi, user will cooperate with you and will only give marks out of 80 only. So in the prompt also you can mention here just say English float likh rahe na, yahan pe input in the prompt you can write please enter marks out of 80. Okay, in English, please enter marks out of like that. User can't see comment, but users will be able to see prompt na, input prompt. What I am saying is, okay, yahan pe you can write input and then here the whatever message you will be giving, that will be visible to the users, right? So that message you can write here. Okay. Sir, we can make option. Bharat is asking, sir, we can make option to input max grades also. We can force, Bharat, abhi ke liye nahi. We will keep it for the later part. But yes, there is a mechanism to force user. Okay. To force user to enter marks out of 80 only. There is a mechanism. जब तक user 80 का less than marks नहीं देगा, तब तक the program won't move forward. Okay, so there is a mechanism to force the user, but we will not see it right now. For that, we will have to wait for a few more days how to force user to follow some instructions. And that will be taken care of when we complete other types of flow control statements. This is the first type, right? There are other 4 types of flow control statements. So once we learn for and while, that is the second and third type of flow control statements, we will be able to force the user to do that. I'll show you. Okay.
Sir, so can't we use comment?
Comment won't be visible to the user, no? The person who is running the program.
Sir, can you show the question that conditions again?
See, question number 9.
Yes, sir, just a minute.
Okay. So yes, Bharat will be answering that question, but not now. Abhi मान के चलेंगे. For now, we will only be assuming, or we will have faith in a person who is running the program, that the person is going to enter marks out of 80 only, not more than 80. ठीक है? So and not less than 0, of course. So अभी के लिए we will assume कि person will give you the correct marks, user. And later on, we can enhance this program when we learn other types of flow control statements as well, other than if, that is for, while, break, continue, and pass. So then in that case, we will see mechanism wherein we can apply some checks and here in the programs as well to force the user to obey the instruction. Okay.
Sir, here if the user is getting 40% marks, that comes under C grade or D grade?
C grade. Below
See,
40, what do we mean by below 40? Less than 40, na?
Okay, yeah, yes, sir, fine, sir.
Okay. 42, that is 40 including, and less than 60, 60 not including. Only for practice, but I fully have faith that you will be solving it very seriously, Bharat. देखो कंप्यूटर को जब तक सॉल्व नहीं करोगे बैठ के ना, you will think that कि I am understanding, but what will happen in a few days if you have not actually taken some time to sit in front of your system and then practice out these programs. Trust me, in a matter of few days you will forget. You will start having doubt in very small things, and later on that will be vicious and fatal. So ऐसा काम मत करना, program practice करते चलो. Okay, now let's say we have found the percent. Now we have to apply the check on the percent, whether the percent is greater than 80 or between 60 to 80, between 40 to 60 or less than 40. Based on that, we are going to print grades. Okay. So next page we will continue. So then we will use if percent, which we have just found in the previous page. Okay, actually in the file you will continue below because no space is there, so I have started in the next page. Okay, so you will write if percent is greater than, see what the condition says, 80 and above, that is 80 including. So we will write greater than equal to 80, print which grade? Grade A.
Elif.
Yeah, LF, because multiple scenarios we have to focus on, more than 2, grade A, B, C, D. Okay, so LF percentages. Now if the okay, we will write LF, the percentages
Greater than equal
greater
to
than
60.
equal to 60 and percentages less than 80, because 80 you have included here, so we will exclude 80 here. Okay, then you will write print grade A.
Sir, Ilam's mic is on.
Please mute your microphones. Okay. If percentages, we will know, sir, will it, Ankit, okay, you write what you are meaning by ki automatic kya bolna cha rahe ho, what you are trying to suggest here. And percentages less than 60, we will print grade C, else if all the above condition has resulted in false. You remember water flow? First this will be tested. If this is false, then this will be tested. If this is false, this will be tested. If this is false, then else block will be executed. Okay. Yeah, एक minute, I'll come to that. Print grade D. Okay, let's say line number 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now tell me in which line, Ankit, you are having problem, and Ilham, you can tell me also.
Sir, means we are writing if percentage is greater than or equal to 18.
Line number which line?
First one.
Okay.
Then if percentage is greater than equal to 60, can't we write and leave it like that?
Correct. Very good. I was going to come to that. Okay. Excellent deduction. So that is of course what your program should be. So this is also correct. But what Ankit is saying is where I wanted to take you in the next step. See, if this is just like a water falling from the top, if here the condition results in true, water fall will stop here. It will get true means barricade of water. If this is false, it will again slip down, fall down to the next level or the level below it. So if it has come in line number 3 for condition checking, so that means first if has already resulted in false, then only water has flowed down to the next level, right? So here we can see if it has come here at line number 3 and its condition check is being performed, then it is obvious that the percentage is not greater than 80. Right, then only it has come to line number 3 for condition checking. Therefore, this part is redundant. You don't need to mention it. Similarly, this part is redundant. You do not need to mention that. Okay. So even if you mention, the program won't be incorrect, but like I said, you will be decreasing the load of the computer, your execution time will improve, and yeah, of course I'll be more impressed. So, and that is also a good programming practice. Okay, so here, if you are coming here line number 3, that means obviously your percentage was not greater than equal to 80. So why you again need to verify this part? Okay, because if this was false, then only it came down here. So this part is not required. Similarly, if you have come to line number 5, that means percentage was neither greater than 80 and nor between 60 and 80. Okay, so that means percentage was less than 60, then only it came at line number 5. So therefore, again, you don't need to check this part. Okay. Is it clear?
No, sir. Sir, if we like give 50, so sorry, 70. 70 is satisfying third also and fifth also. If we don't input
but listen. Okay, correct. 70 is satisfying third also and fifth also. But tell me, like I said, if you start falling from top water, line number, let's say you have given a percentage is, for example, let's say percentage comes out to be 70. Okay. So first statement will result in false. Correct? It will come down to, it will not get inside the block of the if. It will come down to line number 3. Here, LF part, percentage is great. Is 70 greater than 60, greater than equal to 60? Yes?
Yes, sir.
And also if you even write it, and also less than 80. So this will result in true. So if line number 3 has already resulted in true, though line number 5 will also result in true, but will it go down? You answer my question. I think Ilham, you were asking, right? So if line number 3 is already satisfied, like I said, it is just like water falling from the top, and wherever it gets true, it will stop. It won't go further down. Though you are correct, line number, if we do not write this, if we do not write these conditions, both line number 3 and line number 5 will be satisfied. I agree. But because you have written in the sequence, so if it starts falling from the top, though line number 5 is also satisfied, but will it come down to line number 5? Okay, it will not come down to line number 5 because it is already satisfied in line number 3. So it will get inside the block, print grade B, and will skip the rest of the part and will come out of the if else structure. Okay. So therefore, if you maintain the sequence 80, 60 in decreasing order from the top, then you can eliminate the second part, which will not be necessary. However, if you do not maintain this decreasing order part 80, then 60 to 80, if you start directly from 40, then you take any other range, then you will have to mention the entire thing. Okay. So if you are coming out sequentially from grade A to grade D, you can skip the other part. If you are changing the sequence, if you are first checking the range between 40 and 60 and then randomly checking less than 40, then you will have to write the entire thing. But if you go on checking from higher range to the lower range in the sequence, then in that case, second part is not necessary. Okay, because as soon as the third condition will match for 70, though fifth is also true, but it won't go down because wherever it matches, that block is executed and the rest of the part is skipped. Okay.
So means when we write this not necessary part, when we don't write this not necessary part, that depends on means how are we writing this order.
Exactly. If you break this order, that means sequentially from 80, then coming in decreasing order or coming in increasing order, then it will become necessary. Okay, your understanding is absolutely correct.
Sir, one small doubt, sir. Sir, always we have never given a condition under if. We just give colon. Sir, if we give condition under else, is it wrong?
If you give condition under
Else part, only else part.
means for rest of the condition.
Else, like if we give print lesser than equal to percentage lesser than equal to 40.
Correct. Header. You are talking about header of if and elif. That is before colon, right? See,
yes, sir.
I'll mention here. Note. Though we do not mention conditions with if, else, it doesn't mean else has no condition associated with it. Associated with it. It simply means for rest all conditions. Okay. Else doesn't have condition. That doesn't mean any condition is not associated with it. It simply means for rest all other possibilities, do this. Okay. It has all other conditions associated with it implicitly without mentioning. Is it clear? Is it clear? Let me know so that I can move forward.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ilham, it is wrong. You cannot give condition. Else is only used to signify for all other conditions. You cannot write any condition with else. Okay. So if it is,
can you go to the previous page for 1 second?
Okay. Oh, sorry. I added a new page. Here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. Chalo. Now, can you tell me, is there anything that can be improved further in this program apart from removing this not necessary part?
Sir,
Even
if we change the seventh line to Elif, percentage less than 40,
seventh,
and
you want to use Elif in seventh line.
seventh line.
Why else is also okay, no? For all the other conditions.
So what if we change the seventh line to Elif, percentage um, less than 40, and then
Yeah, you can have that.
else
It's
error.
not necessary. It's not necessary to mention else. Okay, you can skip the else part. Okay, but make a habit key else you will write. It is no, even if you remove this else part, that means if elif need not end with else always, you can skip this else part if you want to ask that. And you can mention elif part and you if elif else structure may not have else at the end, but just make a habit to use it. So what you are trying to say is if you use here elif percentage is less than 40, print grade D, that will also be correct and no further else below it. So else is not compulsory, but yeah, you should mention. So this is also correct, but I'll prefer this.
Sir, could you please go to the previous page?
Okay.
Sir, it's showing the same page. Now it comes.
तुम्हारा नेटवर्क थोड़ा स्लो होगा. Okay. Shall I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I was asking is, let's say if I ask you a question, if in line number 9 and further down, let's say if this is going to be a big program and this is a small part of the big program, let's say the program is of 200 lines, and in somewhere line number 10, line number 150 or line number 170, I need to print the grade again. Will it be possible? Or I want to use the value of grade again, what grade the student has obtained.
Sir, can you repeat the question, please?
My question is, let's say this program, which I have done in 8 line, was a small part of a very big program which is spanning across 200 lines. Okay. And let's say in line number 200 or 180 or 170 or 150, I need to use the value of grade again.
We
Will
can
this
do it,
program
sir.
be suitable?
We can do it. Sir, after every if and elif statement, we can store the output in a variable, same variable in all the places, and then we can use that variable anywhere.
Yeah, perfect. Good. So what I mean to, so what he said was, Java पढ़े हो ना तुम? You have studied Java ना 10th?
Yes, sir.
That's why you are finding it easy. ठीक है, but nonetheless good. Your concepts are clear. So how that program can be modified? I'll write better version of earlier program. Better version of earlier program. So we'll write. See, page number, I'll only start from here. Rest of the part will be same as page number 1. Okay. Till percentage, the program will be same, what I am writing. Okay. And then this page only 1 to 8 line I am changing. Okay. So previous part will be same. Till here, the program will be same. Only change whatever I am writing now. Earlier program. First part will be same as page 1. As page 1. So now I'll write if percentage is greater than equals to 80, I'll take a variable grade equals to A. If percentage is greater than equals to 60, I don't need to write and because it is already implicitly implied, already automatically implied. Grade is equals to B. If percentage is greater than equals to 40, grade is equals to C. Else grade is equals to D. Now what will happen? Anywhere below, if you are going to use Ankit, last में print grade.
Okay.
After if, see, this is outside if else structure because it is in the same line as if, elif, else. So if all the cases, even else is struck, whatever case match, this will be of course executed because this is outside if else structure. So at the end you will directly print grade. Okay. And so what is the advantage of this approach?
We don't
We
have to
can
write
use
print
the output
statement.
of this program anywhere.
Ah.
We can use the variable anywhere. Like the
Advantage of this approach is that you may use grade anywhere later in the program. Acha, one more question. How many variables with identifier grade will be created? Ilham and Ullas believes 1. Any other answer? Ankit also believes 1. Yeah, answer is 1 only, correct? Because at any time only one of the conditions will match and subsequently the control will go in one of the blocks, either in if block, elif block or else block. Okay, so because only one of the conditions is going to match. Okay. So only one will be created.
So, like in exam, I forgot to put this grade is equal to A, the variable part, and I wrote my whole program. Then, if I want to write grade is equal to A, grade is equal to B, can I write in the same line of the print statement?
I'm not getting
Will
you.
print also in the same line and the variable initialization also in the same line?
No, don't do it. If you want print here, immediately print A. So what is the use of taking this, storing it in a value? ठीक है।
Oh yeah, yes sir, you're right.
तब जब यहाँ प्रिंट कर ही रहे हो एवरी टाइम जस्ट आफ्टर फाइंडिंग आउट ग्रेड, ठीक है, देन व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ स्टोरिंग इट इन अ वेरिएबल? ओके, क्लियर? सो
Yes sir.
यहां तक हमारा रहेगा आज का सेशन। रेस्ट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम, ठीक है, वी विल ट्राई टू कंप्लीट ऑन सैटरडे, ठीक है, टुमारो विल नॉट मीट। एनीवेज, एनी डाउट सो फार? यहां तक पे देख के आना। वेरी सिंपल, इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द लॉजिक ना, तो यहाँ पे ये सब क्वेश्चंस बन जाएंगे। ओके, any further doubt, anything? I'll just turn off the recordings. Class is over. But